in housing and employment sectors. All right, now, thank you so much for joining the news at 12 here at ConsumerHallaTV. To see us once again, stay connected to the news going round in Nigeria currently. Please follow us across all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, all like ConsumerHalla. And over to our TikTok account at ConsumerHallaTV. I am Kikel Ajibola. Good afternoon.
Hello, consumers. You have the right to be heard. Absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello consumers, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofeko Foworola, and you know what? They call me the AWUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AWUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AWUF is for you. You can get to know about trending market slashes, promos, offers, and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that's so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AWUF packages. Peace.
Public service announcement. Hello consumers, I am Kikelomo Ajibola and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHallaTV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market. From the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHallaTV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media and on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello fellow consumers, are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free by 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays. Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. And that is why at ConsumerHallaTV,
You deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayo Mikonle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Stay informed. Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHallaTV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind if it's just a jealous person.
Oh,
It is new movie release, updates, and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5 o'clock p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our YouTube channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kikelomo Ajibola. Toodles!
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to Real Estate Today, where we bring you verified development shaping Nigerian property sector from housing innovation and regulation to market trend and investment direction. I am Elizabeth Abefe, and you already know on this show, I don't have to do this show alone. This is a show whereby I bring my partner along because, as I always say, I can't do this all alone without my partner being present on the show. So hi Irumfe, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, you really look like the real estate practitioner.
Do you know, it seems we swapped outfit today, because normally you're the one always putting on like green shirts and all of that, trying to proclaim real estate
Yeah,
itself.
I just said that. Let me give it to you today. Good afternoon, viewers, and thank you for joining us on the show today, Real Estate Today, where we bring to you updates like Elizabeth rightly said. I am Iremofe Koforola. So let's begin powerfully.
Okay, so yeah, let's begin with one of the most impactful developments in the sector. Developers ought to build energy efficient, future ready homes. Yeah, according to Nairametric, real estate developers in Nigeria are being urged to adopt energy efficient and future ready housing designs. Speaking ahead of the Africa International Festus Adebayo stated that homes without reliable power alternatives and electric vehicle readiness may soon become obsolete as electricity challenges persist and housing needs evolve. He explained that modern housing must go beyond shelter to include energy efficiency, sustainability, and adaptability to new mobility systems. I know you're going to be asking, okay, why does it matter to consumer? What does it mean? It means buyer may increasingly prioritize homes with stable power solutions, lower energy costs, and modern infrastructure, influencing future property value. What do you think about this development?
Who wouldn't want this kind of home? Because when it comes to the current issue with hiking price of fuel, of food, everybody just wants to, that everybody wants comfort. And one thing with this kind of home is that it helps to reduce energy costs while you still enjoy comfort. So, and it has very effective insulation in the sense that in hot places like Lagos, you can keep the indoor spaces, you can keep it very comfortable, it can keep it very cool. You understand, this weather is hot,
Yeah,
so
it is.
in this kind of situation now you have a very cool indoor, and at the same time it helps, it gives this natural ventilation, so you don't have to rely too much on air conditioner. And also it saves energy a whole lot, even with appliances. So that's why you have the LED lighting and all of those things. So it's just the best, because we live in an age of technology, and as technology evolves, humans also have to evolve, even in the space of real estate and housing. So it's very important that this is the kind of homes we need at this time.
And I think I love the fact that you stated that it has to do with something with comfort.
Yeah.
Most of the time, we love to be comfortable wherever we are. Just like you said, this period, the weather itself, it's very, it's nothing to talk about. So I want to get an apartment or somewhere that I know that, oh, the light is not stable or any of the thing is affecting me.
Even these times, the electricity, we all know that
Is not
because
reliable,
of,
yeah.
And also we do not have stable generator. Even if we say, okay, yes, there's no standby generator, so why not in this kind of houses now you have solar powered electricity that you generate from sun directly. So everything, it has made life very comfortable.
Advancement.
And yes, there's a lot of advancement. So there's effective insulation. The most important thing is that as long as the inside of the houses can be cool and there's natural ventilation, come on, who wouldn't want it? It's a very, very good one.
Okay, so next on the list, we have short-let rentals continue to disrupt traditional housing markets. According to the Guardian Nigeria, short-let apartments are continuing to reshape Nigeria housing market as more landlords convert long-term rental units into short-stay accommodations across Lagos and Abuja. Real estate analysts explain that higher returns from short-let platforms combined with increased travel and flexible work lifestyles are driving the shift in housing demand. They noted that investors are now designing properties specifically for short-term occupancy to maximize income. I know you'll be like, okay, what does it matter? Why does it concern me? It concerns us because this could reduce long-term rental availability and contribute to increased rent prices in urban areas.
Cool. It's helps to reduce long-term rental availability, and I just believe that short-let now apartments, it's something that it's everywhere.
Yeah, it
and
is.
at the same time, it's a means to really get more income, because people travel and you just want to stay just for a very short period of time, so you need that comfort and also for the lifestyle, so that is why I think it's more in demand. At the end of the day, they are drawn towards how can we make money. What about short-let apartments is that for a very short period of time you can make so much, and that is why everyone who has properties and they have these short-let apartments, they know how much they can make. So why would they focus on long-term channel through which they can get
yeah.
money, rather they'll focus on this. So it's definitely going to be in demand, and we could see even from last season, the holiday,
Yeah,
you know,
period.
people,
That was
you understand, December,
vacations,
the dirty December and
foreigners
all of those
coming
things,
in.
investors coming, everybody just wants to
Yeah.
enjoy that moment. So it's something that it's never going to go away.
I think one thing I love about Nigerians is that they are very, very creative. When they know that, okay, people are demanding a lot for this, they look into it because everybody has to make money. And I love the fact that shortlets, it's not about, they actually consider, okay, what about those going far off, the distance and all of that, where would they stay? And they knew quite well that a lot of people need comfort.
Yeah.
So this shortlet of a thing is not something we are talking about just now. I remember we talked about this particular shortlet apartment during that festive period, whereby people are trooping in, they are requesting for shortlet, the amount in it went up,
Exactly.
and people are still going to pay because they
Yeah.
actually need somewhere comfortable to stay.
Yeah. And you know one interesting thing with this shortlet is that if you want your privacy,
Yeah.
you know, times when people go to hotels, to lodge, you might be, exposed to other people getting to see you.
Yeah.
But if it's a shortlet apartment, you just know, okay, you want your privacy,
I just want
and
it.
nobody might know you are there.
You are there.
So it has a lot of advantages. And all I just want to admonish people is that when you want to rent any shortlet apartment, please ensure that it's, when it comes to security,
very
it's
important.
very, very important. Please, we've had many issues, that we can't even
Yeah,
go into
we
right
can't
now,
go
but
into.
you just have to be very careful at the same time.
Okay, so moving on, La Sierra intensifies warning against property fraud. Yeah, the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority has intensified its warning to residents against engaging unregistered estate agents and developers. The agency stated that recent fraud cases involving land sales and rental scams have been linked to unregulated practitioners, prompting increased monitoring and enforcement. Recently, sealing the office of Deneri Ventures in Ikorodu for using fake registration number. Officials advised the public to verify agents through the authority before making payments. I know you're going to ask, okay, yes, we've been talking more about this and all of that. Why does this still matters? It matters because it helps protect buyers and tenants from fraud, fake property listing, and financial loss.
Well, I do not know what to say,
Okay.
honestly speaking, because almost on every episode of Real Estate Today, we talk about how Nigerians have to be very
fall victim,
careful,
yeah.
so as not to fall victim. So if people are still falling victim of fraudulent practices and some crooks who have believed that they just have to use fraudulent practices to in a way get illicit money from people. You understand? So that means something needs to really be done, because kudos to the agency. It's a very great job, and they've really sealed that office, and people should know that yes, this agency is really working. But at the same time, in as much as they are working, you need to protect yourself. It's your hard-earned money. You don't just want to give it to someone that is not going to provide you with what you need. A lot of fraudulent practices when it comes to housing today, because you see, we talked about this one, especially these agents. They've told them 10% is 10%. Most of them are still not going to comply. But the truth of the matter is, when you go to the La Sierra portal, it enables you to know if someone is authorized or not. So you get their numbers, they have registration number, you get to know every information you need to know about that agent. Then from there you can know that you can have dealings with this particular agent or not. But I don't know, it's so funny that we said it, that there needs to be some controls, because some people will still go ahead and they will still want to engage in fraudulent practices.
Do you know the part I love about this thing is that it is not about doing the talking and stating the rules, and also always warning them. The fact that they carried this out is what I am so interested in it, because in Ikorodu, unauthorized agents was caught. His building or his shop was called, like they had to seal it. So I love the fact that it is not about talking. It is not about warning them. It is not about them saying, "Oh, do not do this." It's about taking action.
Yeah, it's all about the hunting. It's all about the chase, and more people need to be brought to book.
Exactly.
And I don't want to share about, in Nigeria today, we are focused on, okay, let's just nab this person.
Yes.
At the end of the day, what do we do to them? Let them be prosecuted. Let them face the music, so that at the end of the day, when people know that they are being punished, others. I know some people still, want to continue, but it will reduce the chances of people getting fraud. And I think also, don't let me say it, because if people are being, if they are being defrauded, they should be punished too. I don't know. If saying it, please don't get frauded, but I don't know.
But do you know one thing I like about this thing is that it will also give this warning to others that really they are into it, but now they'll be cautious about it. Like, oh, now they're already outside pitching out for us. Like they are already getting. It is not easy anymore. It's not a thing that we do. They are warning us, but now they know that they are outside hunting them out now.
Yeah.
So they will have to like take this caution as that. We have to limit it, but the fact still remain that we need to always try to work things out, not only leaving it to all these lateral agents. We ourselves, we also need to like do a whole lot of things to, just like they said, it's very easy, just like Irimofe explained. You just have to go into the portal, ask the agent, do you have authorized number, it gives you the ID, you cross check on the portal, and that's just it. Okay, now infrastructure development remains key driver of property value. Yeah, infrastructure development continues to shape property investment decisions across Nigeria major cities. According to real estate experts cited by The Guardian, road expansion, improved connectivity, and urban development projects are influencing where developers and investors are focusing their activities. They explain that areas benefiting from strong infrastructure are attracting more residential and commercial development. Why does it matter to consumers? It means investing in infrastructure backed locations can lead to higher property appreciation and better long-term return.
Yeah, everybody wants comfort. It's just like when we were talking about the housing, the first news item we talked about, housing reducing energy costs. It's similar to this because it's all about technology, and as long as there is comfort, there is road expansion. When it comes to highways, when it comes to hospitals, when it comes to schools, factories, when it comes to all of these things, as long as such location as all of these, people would definitely want to move to that area. So it boils down to the fact that we cannot talk about housing without talking about infrastructure. It's like you having bread without butter. So what drives urban development or any rural development, the fact that there's infrastructure, people would definitely want to move to that area. And at the same time, it's going to help. It's going to be a driver to the economic growth, because at the end of the day, such locality to such location, people move there and they begin to generate more money. Imagine if factories are there. So that way too is a pointer to something that yes, we can make economic growth from such area.
I was about talking more about the factory development, and I remember during last episode we also talk about the infrastructure of everything, the road and all of that, making it connect with building for the growth of the real estate sector. Okay, so real estate remains strong edge against inflation. According to Nairametric, real estate continues to be viewed as a reliable edge against inflation despite economic uncertainties. According to market insights reported by Nairametric, investors are increasingly turning to property due to its ability to preserve value and generate steady rental income over time. Analysts noted that urban population growth continues to sustain housing demand across Nigeria. Why does it matter to consumers? It means this reinforces property ownership as a long-term financial security strategy.
Well, the world of real estate is going to continue booming, but we still need to be very careful because people, so many factors contribute to it, and now there is hike in fuel, and it's going to definitely affect all of these things because people who are building, people who have apartments, who have properties, at the end of the day, you know that it's going to affect all the things that go into it. So it's good that it's growing, but at the same time, we have to be very watchful of inflation.
Okay, so yeah, we have the housing demand shift toward flexible and modern living options. Recent housing market insights indicate that demand is shifting toward flexible living options such as short-let apartments, smaller units, and mixed-use developments. Analysts explain that rising living costs, changing working patterns, and evolving lifestyle preferences are influencing how Nigeria approach housing. They added that investors are focusing more on properties that offer adaptability and faster returns. Why does it matter to consumer? It means home buyers and renters may need to adjust to changing housing formats, pricing trend, and evolving property options.
Yeah, there's always the trend. There's always something evolving in the world of real estate. So people just know that with time, all of these things are what we put into consideration.
Yeah.
You know, years ago we had different housing plans, and now it's a different ballgame entirely. So with time, with technology, everything changes.
Yeah, with technology advancement and everything, that is why we just always look to. I remember we're always talking about looking through the long term, the future of a thing, not always relying on what is currently happening. You have to look ahead. Well, what if things changes? What if this building, because there are some architects that are just stagnant, they're outdated, they just create a plan without thinking ahead of the future, that what else will happen ahead. What if this owner has to display some certain things around this corner without thinking about the future? So we just have to always think ahead of the future.
And it's so interesting that the future is now.
Yeah, it is now. Okay, yes, consumer corners, you know what we do here, we break everything with being said and all of that. Remember to always verify estate agent through lateral before making payments. Prioritize properties and reliable infrastructure and power solutions. Be aware of impact of short-let rental on housing availability. Also consider long-term value when investing in property. Always confirm ownership and title documents. Very, very important. So, Ironfe, we are done for today. Is there any advice you have to give to viewers at home?
Always talk about fraudulent practices. Please, surely it's something that, you know, it has many negative many negative effects rather. Apologies there. And also, if you are into property, if you want to buy any property, or you just want to do anything related to that, please, the right documentation and everything you need, go to Lasera page and ensure that yes, everything is sorted out. Please, that is just sort of like all I can say.
Yeah, and if you need more updates, ConsumerHallaTV is always ready. Do not forget to follow, subscribe if you do not subscribe. Anything pertaining real estate and you need information on it, you can always drop a comment on our comment section. We are always ready for feedback. And that will be all on real estate today on ConsumerHallaTV. Bye for now.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer. As consumer,
my name is Tunde Olufowora. I'm the CEO of Van Eyck Communications. We are the we call it publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. It was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline, and I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline, and then it was to South Africa, and we landed in South Africa, and let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting about the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think there were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around, it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on. I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US, and of course, on our return from US to Nigeria, we had to do. Of course, there'll be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. I mean, clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. I was on what you call business economy. The whole of that business economy, all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, we're really very sorry about this. He was giving us almost every 10, I could almost say almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew apparently couldn't resolve they couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody were jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on a bill. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenience, they will be giving a voucher of £50 to everyone that flew on that aircraft. I thought it was a joke. I mean, it was my first time with BA, but for what I knew or know of the British man would never even play with his 1 penny, talking of £1. So I felt that must be a joke of the year. So we left. I got back to my office. I think it was just about a week after. My officer, our guys in our mail room came up and said, "Oh, you have a parcel." So I said, "Parcel? Yeah." So they bought this parcel wrapped. I opened it, and boom, I bought the document out. It was the £50 voucher from BA. So what's the tenor of this story? An experience with one airline was terrible, no apology. An experience with another one, even though it was a bad experience, but it was very well managed. So managed that even if we have suffered anything in that aircraft, you probably, for the sake of how they manage it, will have forgiven them. So that was how this journey started. So I started thinking, my mind, this is what we go through in this country. But are we different from other nations? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Hala came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth this unique and exciting platform, So it's a digital telecast, and our goal is to further connect consumers in Nigeria to brands with insightful news, development within the fast-paced world of consumers. The world of consumers is growing at a very fast pace, So we want to inform Nigerians. We want to get them educated about their rights, So our role is that we're going to educate consumers in Nigeria, all right? So by bringing them specialized and what you call analytical, research-based content generation that will inform, educate, sensitize the audience, So that's ConsumerHallaTV. So I call it an offshoot of our ConsumerHalla brand. ConsumerHalla brand actually was the first we call it the first complaint or consumer complaint resolution portal. When we started it about 10 years ago or about 7 years ago, it became the first complaint resolution portal. We created it so that Nigerians can actually lodge complaint on that portal. We spent a lot of resources to build a very robust platform where today, if you have any complaint, about any brand, any leading brands in Nigeria, and you go on that platform, you can actually click, just a click, you can find the brand, you can actually lodge your complaint, and once you submit it, that complaint will be routed to that organization, and within 72 hours, we will obtain feedback for you. We build it in such a way that we have connection to almost all the organizations, and it's been working. We've resolved several complaints for people without having to charge them any penny, because the idea is not to charge. So what we have done with ConsumerHallaTV is to take it to the next level. So we hope to change the narrative. We want to give the right direction. Nigeria has the largest consumer market in the world, with a population of over 220 million people. Why should we be the one that is suffering the most? Everywhere you turn to, it's as though Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. You're traveling, you buy a ticket. For whatever reason, an airline will wake up middle of the night, delay the flight for whatever reason, and then you'll be waiting at the airport for hours. You'll be there for 2 hours, 3 hours, no any explanation. Then while you're there, they can even wake up and say, oh, flight has been cancelled. So everybody carry their luggage and go home. Nothing happened. Of course, things are changing. We must commend government because government is beginning to wake up, but there's still a lot to be done. And we believe that we can help to make, bring about those right changes. So we offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy. All right. We're not just an advocacy organization, but we offer advocacy. We have a legal team. We have lawyers that are registered on our platform. All right. That can also take up cases. Okay. So, and we've taken up many cases like that, and won those cases. So ConsumerHalla is a platform to help consumers we're not fighting brands, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer. We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end, and yet they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country, none. People just wake up and fix prices. Look at power. Government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers, we bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket, all right? For whatever reason, you take that product back to your house, and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from, and you say, okay, this thing, you know what's going to tell you? Okay, now me make them. Let me make them now. That's why I buy them. Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money, because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I did a lot of, I went around, you know, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. You know, I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, you know, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, oh, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, oh, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. You know, oh, let me try this, let me just try and use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, you know, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! Ooh. The guy was raged. Then he goes, what just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? You know, I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack. There was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And he called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, you know, by the time he even called, you know, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, yeah, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, you know, stopped. It was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first. No, it can't be his fault. Maybe it's a brand new item that he bought. While we were still talking, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so, we had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watch this. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, you know, I heard him say, we're so sorry. So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch, so also apologize. I was so touched by it that even a dispatch man was so trained, you know, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, okay, where is the other one that we gave to you, so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, can you interpret this to me? He said, here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I would do. He said, I'm just going to grab a lawyer, and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerians, Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provide right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe, will be forming part of that our overall vision, of creating a more caring world of consumers where businesses thrive. Please. So, I think that we'll make our impact. We ask you to join us on this journey. ConsumerHallaTV will drive engagement. It will also be there to help to promote brands that are doing what is right. So we're not out to criticize any brand. Rather, we have to complement what the brands are doing, because there is no organization that or a business that was set up to fail. Nobody set up a business to fail. So there are just gaps that needs to be fixed. So together we can fix things, and together we believe that we will create the right story for consumers in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, old and young, this is Fashion Freaks on ConsumerHallaTV, and I am Kikelomo Ajibola. And you know that when it's time for Fashion Freaks, I am always in the studio with Matilda Omenai.
Hi.
Fashion Freaks is that particular program for you that talks extensively or a little bit, just right here and there, outfits that are being shown to us by beautiful people on the street of Instagram. And this particular week was beautiful. I think last week we spoke about Meet the Daphsins, and this week we'll still continue a little bit
Part
of Meet the
two of
Meet the Daphsins, but we have other things. We have people that celebrated a birthday. Like last week was Priscilla's 25th birthday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we have people that went for Abba's Blue movie premiere, and then we have just other random pictures here and there. But we're going to be starting with Meet the Daphsins. But before that, I think this week we celebrated Mother's Day or Women's Week. I think it's totally Women's Week. So congratulations, Sarah. So, and then there is a little bit of friction on Twitter talking about Folagade Banks.
Because it was at the, I think it was a show or a program about women, and then people were surprised that Folagade Banks on this show, he's not a woman, so what is he looking for there?
So apparently because he does his kids that
where
of Mama
he
Diola
copies women, older women.
I think what triggered people was more of the fact that he stood up to say he understands what women feel. Like, that is very, very disrespectful. First of all, you are a man. You can never be a woman. Even a transgender can never totally be a woman. So you can only think of what a woman can be going through. You cannot feel what a woman is going through. So I think that was kind of very it wasn't kind of, it was very disrespectful. And the fact that even the panel allowed him, like in the panel or as a guest speaker, was very, very ridiculous. I don't know if you have that opinion.
You know, something that got me really surprised was the fact that, you know, most people online, some people said they thought the program was about maybe something funny, because if it was about something funny, then singing you can
come and wear your robe.
Exactly.
Just because you're wearing a robe doesn't make you a woman.
It was an event about women that is supposed to go with Women Day, and we're seeing Mama Diola Folagade Banks, a man,
because he wears robe.
takes copying a woman as part of the panel. So they're like, what's happening? Nigerians will not take it easy on people. Nigerians will drag you. They will drag you. Where is Simi?
Exactly, Nigerians.
So Nigerians have this ability to drag people to the point that they just get tired.
In fact, there have been a rumor that they have carried rumor that Simi and Adekunle Gold are divorced.
Their daughter is dead. I'm like, what?
I think there's some things that you don't do to this particular part of the world. I feel like it's just too much. We have too much going on for us as our particular gender, for you to now bring that insult upon the gender in our own week. I feel like it's just very disrespectful. That was absolutely unnecessary. Falaka Adebayo was not, he doesn't have a space on that chair. I don't think I've ever seen a woman that dresses like a tomboy holding a very, very high position in a panel that is dedicated to men. It will never happen because they know their right. That is their right. Let men be men and let women be women. Transgenders, cross-dressers, you can never even smell what it means to be a woman.
Speaking of criticism, now, thank God we are taking the dresses that some ladies wore to the just concluded Meet the Damsels wedding.
Thank you.
We are already seeing Nigerians criticizing the marriage, the dress. Somebody came out to say that the bridesmaid's dress
is not fine,
awful. Somebody said he can't wait till Simi said something about how marriage is sweet. Somebody that said he can't wait till November. Like, why are you saying that? Why are you wishing them bad?
You know one thing about Nigerians is that I think we are not loved. Most of the Nigerians,
there's no love at home.
Most of Nigerians are not loved at home, and I can categorically say, because I have lived with a lot of Nigerians and I can see how they have managed their home. I feel like we are just not right, mentally stable up there, because somebody is having a joyous day in their life.